From cattle burned with hot irons in ancient Egypt to Sydney Sweeney accidentally turning a jeans ad into political flashpoint, branding has always been about one thing: owning attention. In the modern world, branding is an inseparable part of everything. A certain image is crafted and sold to the public, we consume it, and the capital flows back to the other side. We live in an age where attention-seeking personalities like Sydney Sweeney and deceptive corporate conglomerates dominate the spotlight. But have we ever stopped to ask ourselves where all of this began? When you hear the word brand, we may think of logos, fashion labels, or big-name companies, but the word has a much older and far more literal origin, one tied not to marketing but to fire. The word comes from Old Norse brandr, meaning a piece of burning wood. By late Middle English, it evolved into a verb meaning to mark permanently with a hot iron. By the 17th century, brand fully came to mean a mark of ownership, usually created through burning. But the practice of branding long existed before the word itself. Archaeological evidence suggests Stone Age humans may have marked livestock with paint or tar. These marks were temporary, but their purpose was clear: identification and ownership. By 2000 BC, ancient civilizations developed a more permanent method: burning. Egyptian funeral monuments over 4,000 years old depict cattle with branded symbols. Branding soon extended beyond animals. Pottery makers in China, India, Mesopotamia, Greece, and Rome began marketing the ceramics with unique engravings 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. These marks told a story of who made the item, what it was made from, and where it came from. Now that we've set the historical stage, you're welcome by the way, it's time for the juicy part: how branding evolved into celebrity advertising. One of the earliest recorded examples of celebrity endorsement comes from 1760s England. Josiah Wedgwood, founder of Wedgwood Pottery, secured a royal endorsement from Queen Charlotte. He branded his luxury chinaware as Queensware. The result: prestige, trust, and booming sales. Historians credit Wedgwood with laying the foundations of modern brand strategy. By the 19th century, advertising evolved into collectible trade cards. These featured celebrities from stage and sport alongside promoted products. Notable early endorsers include Lily Langtry, Sarah Bernhardt, Babe Ruth, and Ty Cobb. Then later, we also had Mark Twain, who was the first multi-brand celebrity endorser. Mark Twain, beloved author of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, lent his name to whiskey, cigars, flour, fountain pens, shaving tools, and clothing. His credibility as a public intellectual helped legitimize new products, making him, as we've said, arguably the first multi-brand ambassador in history. Then followed the early 1900s, where cigarette brands became aggressive adopters of celebrity ads. Stars like Henry Fonda, Jack Benny, Fred Astaire, and Marlene Dietrich pitched cigarettes in glamorous campaigns. Ronald Reagan, before politics, endorsed Chesterfield cigarettes, once declaring, quote-unquote, "I'm sending Chesterfields to all my friends. That's the merriest Christmas any smoker can have. Chesterfield mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste." These ads were polished, seductive, and often deceptive, especially as health concerns grew. Now that we've understood the historical context of what branding used to be and how it evolved, let us now move to the modern day. In today's marketing world, brands don't just sell products, they sell personalities, values, and stories. A psychological principle called balance theory explains why this works. We tend to like what the people we like. If you admire a celebrity and they support a brand, your brain naturally transfers the positive feeling to the brand. The reverse is also true. If the celebrity's image suffers, then brand's image can collapse alongside it. One perfect example that we can talk about is Sydney Sweeney. When American Eagle made Sydney Sweeney the face of its new denim campaign, sales jumped and social media buzzed. It looked like a perfect match. Youth appeal meets a brand trying to reclaim cultural relevance. Then came the backlash. Critics accused the slogan "Great Jeans" of promoting exclusionary ideals. So the balance theory is in in this way. At first, Sweeney's action transferred her audience's goodwill to the brand. Controversy disrupted the triangle of audience, celebrity, and brand. Some fans distanced themselves, others doubled down in defense. The same psychological bond that boosted the brand also made the fallout swift and severe. With that said, as in the case with Sydney Sweeney, we can say that to some extent, to some degree, it lacks authenticity. In today's world, authenticity drives influence. Audiences prefer creators who feel real over celebrities with distant, polished personas. Influencer marketing now spans mega influencers, macro influencers, and micro influencers. And the thing is that people trust people, especially those who seem relatable, as in the case Mason MBKSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, your favorite YouTuber, and this is the embodiment of the subject matter, or rather this segment, because long-term partnerships with influencers who generally use a product create stronger connection than one-off ads. And there you have it, guys. Tell me what I could have done differently in the video. Did you learn anything? Please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.